Cursed to spend eternity searching for the child left behind. This is the legend of Morrow Road. The legend of Morrow Road is easily one of Michigan's oldest legends, dating back to the 1800s. Located in Algonac, Michigan, about 50 miles northeast of Detroit. Algonac was first settled in 1805 and is best known for being called the largest freshwater delta in the world and sits right at the mouth of the St. Clair River. It also goes by the nickname the Venice of Michigan with its many canals. Morrow Road spans only 2.5 miles and runs from the outer portion of Marine City to the outer portion of Clay Township. In the 1800s, when there was only one home on the road, a woman, who is only known by the initials IC, had a child out of wedlock, which was extremely frowned upon at the time. Out of shame, she simply decided she didn't want the baby. She went to the bridge that once sat on the road and left the baby boy underneath it. Heading back to the house, she began to feel remorseful for leaving the child and went back to the bridge to go get him. When she arrived back at the bridge, the child was gone. The legend says that she continued searching for the baby until she died. Many locals believe that she was cursed for what she had done, and her punishment for the rest of eternity is to be confined to the road searching for her lost baby. Many people have claimed to have had experiences on the road, including seeing orbs floating in the nearby woods, some even claiming that the orbs chased their vehicles. Seeing a woman standing in the road, hearing her scream about her baby, and some have even claimed that she would slam her hands on their cars. So what did we experience when we visited Morrow Road? Six people smashed into Melissa's Buick LeSabre in search of the paranormal. We made our usual gas station stop and headed to Algonac. We were right on the outskirts of the small town when suddenly pulled over. Of course, like I said, there were 6 of us smashed into a small car. It was to be expected. The officer approached the driver's side window. "What's going on tonight?" he asked. "To be perfectly honest, sir, we're heading to Morrow Road looking for ghosts." The officer laughed and said, "Oh, is that all? Do you know where you're going?" "No, actually, we're kind of lost." "Well, you're headed in the right direction, but let me just ask, if I were to search this car right now, will I find any drugs or alcohol?" "No, sir." Without a second thought, the officer just took our word for it and said, "Let me get in front of you and I'll lead you to the road." We all sat there shocked. Did he just offer us a police escort to the road? As promised, the officer got in front of us and waved, telling us to follow him. As we approached Morrow Road, the officer flashed his lights to let us know that this is where he leaves us. The officer drove away, and we turned onto the road. We spent a few hours on Morrow Road and didn't see a single other car drive through. It's a quiet location, and the lack of other human beings was sort of eerie. The road itself gives off this feeling that you're alone, but at the same time, you're not. We got out of the car, walked around, checked things out, and didn't see anything too out of the ordinary. We did, however, find where the original single home stood. It wasn't until we all got back in the car that some activity began. All at the same time, Melissa, Charlie, and myself turned around quickly. We all heard 3 quick knocks on the back window of the car. We stayed right there. We finally found what we were looking for. At one point, I turned around and saw the face of a woman staring into the car from Charlie's side, and Melissa, struck with fear, refused to look anywhere but forward. It was getting later and activity was beginning to become more frequent. We decided it was time to get the hell out of there. On the way out, we spotted some bright yellow orbs floating in the trees, and once we got out of there, when the light shined just right on the back window, a single handprint. Morrow Road. 5 of us went to Morrow Road. You, me, Charlie, and Matt.
Yeah.
The 5 of us.
Yeah.
Why the hell did we get pulled over then?
We got pulled over because we were on the wrong fucking, stretch of road. There was a jog or some shit like that, and, the cops were like, what the fuck are you doing? We were like, we're ghost hunting, sir. And they were like, oh, you're trying to find Morrow Road. Follow me.
Yeah. We were on the road, weren't we?
There's a weird jog, I guess.
Part of it.
Yeah.
Because he only took us, down the same road. And did we turn? Maybe we turned.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
We turned, I think we turned, and then...
It's like Clam Road in Columbiaville.
He kind of just,
Mm-hmm.
He kind of just, flashed his lights, and he was like, okay, see ya. And just disappeared into the darkness.
Out, they were like, that was the house. Okay, bye.
Oh, that's true, yeah. So that's how we knew where the house was standing, because they pointed it out.
I'm not allowed to talk about that.
Oh, yeah. No, we're going to leave that part out. So, with Morrow Road, there's a lot of different stories. But they all kind of centralize on, the same thing. They all
still have... Except for one. Have a mom and a kid. And then one that was in the 50s was the Morrow Road Monster, and it would abduct children.
Yeah. So I
didn't hear that one.
So
I was like, what the fuck are all of these?
I'm on the Michigan's Other Side website, their little article about Morrow Road, and it kind of outlines all that, which this article was written by Francis Sampier, which we'll talk about.
I did the notes on this.
Okay.
I know who it was written by.
The first story, many believe the boy was kidnapped and that the mother searched in desperation and died searching. Some believe the boy drowned when the mother took her eyes off him for a moment. This version is more...
That sounds like he just drowned in the yard.
Yeah.
Oh no, the grass. My mother didn't mow. Sorry.
What the fuck?
I don't know. That's just what I thought of.
This version is more rare, where she apparently did find the boy face down
The boy.
Where she apparently did find the boy face down in a nearby creek. In despair, the mother hung herself.
I hate it when that happens.
I have heard more than one, and I think I got them all just combined.
Combined in your head?
Yeah.
You're like, wow, this is a wild ride.
Yeah.
What a story, Mark.
I knew about her going to look for her kid there, but I also thought she hung herself.
Steven told me when we went out, before we went out, that the version you told me originally was that she was like, oh no, I had this baby out of wedlock. I'm going to dump it like a troll under a bridge. Yeah, but she couldn't find it.
Right.
And she froze to death looking for it.
So yeah, that's what I was told in my research on this, but I started researching Morrow Road 12 years ago. So number 3 is that some believe that the 2-story house they lived in was burglarized and they were murdered. Which...
Side note, there's a really fucking weird game online somewhere called Burgle. And it's literally you keep burgling the same place, but like stuff starts getting weird. There's like no end to it, basically.
That's really weird.
Yeah.
I'm going to check it out now, though.
Markiplier
Oh.
has a video of it.
Number 4, some believe that when the mother last saw the child not too far away from a fire, and then he was never seen again. The mother searched for the boy around the fire, fearing for the worst. Never finding the child's remains, she died searching for the boy.
Died how? She just like fucking keeled over?
Yeah, I don't know.
Or like she was in the fire looking for him? I need answers.
Beats me. I don't know. Others believe in an entirely opposite death, that they both froze to death. The boy wandered out of the home, the mother unaware. Okay, so most of these, like...
Most of them are the kid, like, did
Just,
what kids do and
yeah.
was like, peace!
Yeah.
Without telling anybody.
When the mother realized he was gone, she searched frantically for the boy during an unprecedented winter storm and froze to death in her unsuccessful search.
I thought you were going to say in her underwear for some reason.
So, no.
It was like weird.
I guess I've heard like a big, weird mishmash of these two. Others believe in this simple theory that the boy was murdered, which led to the mother to search for him near the bridge they live by. The murderer, motive unknown.
It's really not a bridge. It's kind of like...
It used to be.
Oh.
Back in the 1800s, it was an actual bridge. It was updated.
Was it one of those creepy covered bridges? Because I fucking hate them.
I don't know what it looked like.
I have no real reason to, but I do.
Yeah, I have no idea what it looked like, but it was updated later on into like just a drainage, and then they paved over it.
Obby.
The murderer,
Dag.
motive unknown, possibly rape, waited for the woman to search by the bridge and abducted and murdered her.
But did he rape her?
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, like, I'd hope not.
That's kind of silly.
But that's... No, I love you 5 ever. That's like that kind of story.
Earlier versions of the legend actually didn't involve a mother. This radically different and unpopular today theory involved a monster that ate babies and children. It was called the Morrow Road Monster by locals and was a popular theory in the 1950s. There is no evidence to support this theory.
I told you I did the research.
So I don't think I'm going to believe that one. Contrasting, another popular story involved local Native Americans. Some believe that local natives... Natives.
I'm drinking.
Hey, I had an 8-ouncer, okay?
Oh, man, slow down.
And a sip of wine.
Calm down, you fucking alky.
That local natives savagely attacked the mother while she was searching for her missing child. Some believe she haunts the road to this day because a nearby Indian burial ground may have been near the death site of the mother.
Weird flex, but okay.
Yeah. There is no evidence to support this theory either, but local native peoples of the time included Algonquin, Huron, and Erie.
Hence the town's name, Algonac.
Right. Finally, one of the most popular theories was that the mother had the child out of wedlock. Simply not wanting the baby, she went to the bridge and left the boy under the bridge, abandoning him. Feeling shame and remorse on her way back home, she decided she couldn't go through with it, and upon arriving back at the bridge, the baby was gone. This was the beginning of her years of searching until she finally gave up. Upon her...
Yeah, like, did you just go out there once a year?
Years?
Yeah.
Are you there now?
Yeah.
Did you come back now? Okay. I check again next year. What?
I don't know. Upon her early death, many believed she was cursed for her actions, and her eternal punishment was to haunt the road searching for the lost child. So that's the theory that I had heard.
Yeah.
That's the one that I had originally heard when I first started learning about Morrow Road, but it was kind of mixed with the snowstorm one too. Basically said that she had the baby out of wedlock and she didn't want the baby, so she left him under the bridge. Heading back home, snowstorm hit. Then
It's not that
bad.
far.
Yeah, no, it's really not.
It's like I could like fucking jump. Basically.
Well, the road is only 2.5 miles away. Or
Yeah.
2.5 miles long.
Yeah.
So,
away.
Yeah. So either way, a snowstorm hits, and she's like, oh shit, my baby, I feel bad, and then like walks back and the baby's gone, and then searches the rest of her life and never finds him.
Well, she's kind of an idiot, so.
Yeah.
I want to put it on record that I'm not, like, making fun of Francis for this. Like,
No,
I know he
no.
just put it together, but, like...
Well, he's probably the one person that's done the most
No,
research
for
on it.
sure. But, like, fuck all these idiots that came up with these stories.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean...
Old-timey people are old-timey stupid. I need that on a shirt.
Yeah, I think I'm going to make that into a Mila shirt for you.
Please.
Because you say it in almost every
Yeah, I was
episode.
going to say, I heard that.
It's in 3 episodes now.
So we'll talk about Francis in a little bit. Because I do want to give him a little bit of a shout out and a little bit of a plug on this one.
I'm waiting for a movie, though.
That's exactly what I'm saying. If you'll just fucking chill.
I ain't got no chill.
Oh my god. So let's talk about... when we went out
You
there.
thought it, too.
Let's talk about when we went out there. So you guys go ahead and kind of recount what you experienced, because
I took a nap in the car on the way there because it was the world's longest drive.
Elginak's only 50
Not-
minutes away.
it's
Shut
not
the
that far.
shut the fuck up.
What are you, 5?
Yeah.
Yes. What is it like driving in a car with me? Anywhere.
Are we there yet? Oh.
And then I'll wake up like 10 minutes later
Are
and
we
be like,
there
are we
yet?
fucking there?
Are we there yet? Yeah.
Yeah, you're 5.
Yeah. So who wants to go first? I mean, you fell asleep.
Duh.
I just have
So-
a question.
Yeah.
Was there something about her supposed to be in like a white dress or something?
Yeah.
Yes.
Isn't that part of it?
She supposedly died wearing her nightgown. I know. Sexy.
16 layers of nighty-night clothes.
Yeah.
We were in my car, right?
Yeah. Your green Buick LeSabre that you had.
So, honestly, okay, so before you messaged me the other day, I knew that we went.
You just kind of like were along for the ride. You're like,
Yeah, no, I knew we went there, but like I didn't remember. We've been out so much in
Yeah.
so many places. I get it like mixed up, but you started talking about it and I was like, "Oh shit. Yeah, I remember being extremely scared. Like shit got too real that night. I just was like trying to
I don't remember anything
zone into
happening.
my safe place, and I was just like, y'all were freaking out, and Steven was like, oh my god, someone was like, turn around, and I was just sitting there like staring at my
Yeah,
lap
you were.
like, I'm not here,
That I
not
remember.
here, this isn't happening.
I don't remember anything scary happening.
And that, well... See?
You were like
Every fucking
immune.
time.
I don't know.
You're no fun to go out with because you just don't see anything.
No, I'm super fun because I'm like, I'm gonna poke it with a stick.
because you don't see it and you don't
Don't
hear
experience
and
it.
You don't, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, and the weird
don't-
thing was that we were out there for like...
We were out there.
We were
for a
out there for
while.
a few hours and nothing. We're just hanging out. Oh, here's where the
Yeah,
house
got
was.
out of the car
We're driving up
once.
and down the road. Yeah, well, there's like no cars that drive down the road.
Right.
So, I mean, nothing happened. And then we got back in the car.
Do you remember when we were at Charlie's old house and something ran across the headlights of my car?
That I remember.
You saw
Yeah.
that? Okay,
Yeah.
so she
Okay.
saw something.
So she's
at
seen
some point.
one thing out of
I also
100.
We were sitting outside of my house at one point in your car, always.
Always.
And Steven was on. It was just me, you, and Charlie, and like you,
Yeah.
like you, yo. And I remember we were like parked at my house, and you were on the passenger side door, like of the back seat. And I remember
I was always in
turning.
the backseat of my own damn car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't really like to drive, especially. Yeah, no.
What the fuck?
I was always in the back of my own car.
I just drive.
Yeah, I know.
Because then I'm in control. No, and like I turned to look at you. No, just kidding. That was at Charlie's house also. You saw something when we were at my house, like to
Yeah.
the right of you. But
You-
I turned
yeah,
to
you
look
weren't
at
there
you
for that
to
one.
the left. No, we had parked outside my house too with me in it.
No, I know that, but the one time I saw something out there, you were not in the
Twice.
car. Oh, I don't remember. I only remember the one time because it scared the ever-loving fuck out of me.
But no, I remember, like, turning to the left to look at you. At Charlie's house, and I was like, "What the fuck was that?" And
Oh,
it was,
I do remember
something
that.
Like darted across the lawn.
I was sitting in the back seat on the driver's side, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
And I was
it was
like, okay,
the
I
house
like
was
that.
over here.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. I know what you're talking about now. So yeah, Melissa's over here getting the chills. It's like,
That's
what
because
the-
our basement's fucking cold.
No, I'm not cold. No, I'm good. You're
She's
cold?
just getting the chills.
No, I just don't.
That's
That
scary.
shit's. That place was fucked up.
That is
Charlie's house or Morrow Road?
Charlie's
Both.
house.
Oh yeah.
I don't like Charlie's house.
I would have honestly. I would have
Whoever
expected.
the fuck lives there now.
Yeah. Well, good for them.
You should contact them.
Yeah. Right.
would be really
Do you want it to
interesting.
spoon you again? Want to go lay in that bed?
No. You know what? I'm totally cool with going places. I'd go back to Morrow Road again, but I don't want to get out of the car. Like, I'll
That's
stay
when
in
you
the
just
car
send me out.
where I'm just like,
I would be pissed if if you sent
inside
me
and
out
away.
and then you guys fucking ditched me.
what?
Yeah.
I would ditch you at Morrow
Yeah,
Road.
exactly.
I wouldn't.
I know, but you
that's-
don't drive, so you're not in control of the vehicle.
Oh.
But that's the thing is, like, we could probably get out again and be totally fine because nothing happened. We were fucking around and doing whatever and just looking for anything, and that's why we decided to leave because we're like, well, fuck this place. This isn't
I
real.
know. Once we started leaving, it was like shit started getting weird.
Yeah.
And then y'all were like, "Let's stop. Shit's getting weird. Let's just stop
Let's
and
just
park
stay
and
here,
see
yeah.
what
Is
else
that the one that
happens."
you're
I'm
supposed to, like, turn
okay.
your headlights on but turn your car off and, like, honk? Is
You
that Hell's Bridge?
no,
What is that?
no. Hell's Bridge is a
Oh,
footbridge.
Oh, yeah,
there?
no, Hell's
You're-
Bridge was a
What are you talking about?
footbridge. You have to, like, hike through the fucking woods,
Yeah.
like, 20,
Ooh,
like,
fuck, see,
bajillion
that's
light
what
years.
I'm not up. I'm not
Yeah.
doing that.
That-
Just
I
wait
don't
until
like
we do our
that.
episode on that because we are going.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm actually nervous about that one.
I am
Wait.
too.
Where do you honk your horn and turn the lights off? And
That
stuff?
you're thinking of the one I just told
Is it
you about.
Crybaby Bridge?
Yeah, and that's
Okay.
the one
It's
that I told you
similar.
about. That's
we
in.
went there, didn't we?
We've never been to Crybaby Bridge, no. But that's the one I just told you about the other night in
Well, I have.
the southeast of St. Clair.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like 8 miles southeast or southwest of St. Clair.
Yeah.
I've done that. Shut the car off and turn the lights on and honked and all that.
Must have been. You know what? No, there is.
You know what?
There is.
I don't know who
part-
I was with, but I remember
Yeah.
doing that. and I was
What
just
the
like,
fuck?
You are supposed to do that at Crybaby Bridge, but no, that might not be called Crybaby Bridge. I'd have to look it up again. But either way, yes, actually, part of what you're supposed to do. Many believe that if you honk your car horn 3 times on the bridge, you will hear the baby cry.
I was gonna
That
say,
was
and I
at-
know we
So
were
that is part
standing
of
on the
Morrow
side
Road.
of the road yelling, "We've got your baby!"
Oh yeah, we were being assholes.
That's exactly what it was, because I remember when we turned the car back on is when we saw a handprint, right? Or is that when we were driving away?
No.
remember that.
Oh, you remember it now? Yeah, good job.
I'm a
There
5-year-old,
was a
remember?
very clear handprint on the back window.
There was, yeah.
Of
Yeah.
my car.
So the first
And
thing,
that's when Melissa was like, "Nope."
Yep, exactly. That's when you.
I do
and
remember
then
that.
you guys were like, what?
So the first thing that happened when we got back in the car is me, you, and Charlie all kind of like whipped around real quick because we
Yeah.
heard knock, knock, knock on the
Oh
back
my
window real
God.
quick,
Oh my
and
God.
then
That's-
so
that shit. It was right behind my head,
yeah,
and so I was just like,
Yup.
I'm leaving. Bye.
yes,
I do remember this now.
Put a
Yeah.
foot out.
and then like
deal
we
with
were
that.
sitting like I was always behind the driver's seat. Me, you, Charlie, right?
Because
in
you
the back
gotta
seat.
either make a Steven or an Ashley.
Yeah, you got to make a Steven or an Ashley, right or left. And when I looked towards Charlie right after that knock, I saw that woman's face
I
in the
know.
window. And that's when you were like, nope, putting my blinders on. I ain't looking
You
nowhere
guys
but
kept saying,
forward.
look, just turn around and look. And I was like, not.
I do remember
doing
Matt
that,
yelling at
not-
you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everyone was like telling me to look. And I was
I
like,
didn't tell you shit, okay?
No, it was mostly me and Charlie and Matt
I'm like, don't
trying to
freak
get you
out
freaked
with
out.
them.
Yeah, there was a like,
I
and it
didn't
all
turn around
like
the
ramped
entire
up
time.
real quick too. Yeah.
Even on the way back, Matt kept like looking back in the mirror to see because he was like, oh, she might follow us. And I was like,
No, thank you.
I am not turning around ever again.
And then, so we were driving away, and then that's when we looked out in the field, and there was, or not in the field, in the woods, because we were like at the other end at that point, driving back to like that main road, and we saw some like yellow orbs floating in the trees. Mm-hmm. And then, because there's no lights on the road.
No.
And like,
it's
there might be one like smack dab in the middle, but it's super dim. It's really
it's
fucked up and creepy. Yeah. So, but once
it's like the one on, what's that road? Is it Peppermill? No, it's the one you take to get to Peppermill. Morris.
Yeah.
And it's got the one fucking lamppost.
Super dim lamppost. Yeah.
I don't like it.
So once you get back to the intersection there, where you would like turn right to go on a Morrow Road, there's a bright ass light right on the corner, and that's when like we kind of looked back and saw. I think it might have been me and Charlie.
Yeah. That
looked back because we were like, okay, let's see if there's anything down
there.
I
was probably on my phone.
You were probably on your phone.
Not giving a
and
shit.
That's when we're like, holy fuck! And there was just this like handprint on the back window. And then I think you finally looked. So we're like, there's nothing there, but look.
Yeah.
And you're like,
you guys were fucking screaming at her. You were like, there's nothing there, but also look. Melissa was like, no!
So, I mean,
what the fuck?
I definitely can't say that there's not weird shit going on.
So I didn't actually see, I saw the handprint. Handprint. And I didn't see the face because I refused to look. But I did hear the knock, and we were all in the car.
Yeah.
Which is why I refused to look, because I was like, I don't want to see. No, I'm stuck in a car right now, and like for all I know, the battery's gonna die, and we're all gonna die, and I just didn't even want to look at it.
We're all gonna die.
If I'm not panicking, you don't have need to panic.
No,
that's not even true.
I don't.
No,
I think Melissa and I are about to team up against you right now because you
don't
see
until there's
shit.
need to panic.
We can all be like watching something happen right in front of us, and you're just like, doo doo doo, I'm gonna go look. Let's go see it. And like, what?
That's 100% what she did at the fucking cemetery too.
Exactly, which is why I didn't go. You guys offered to go back, and I was like, I'm not getting out of the car.
I offered to go back,
yeah.
And they started fucking screaming at me. They were like,
Steven used me as an excuse. He was like, yeah, Melissa doesn't want to. And I was like,
yeah,
you already said
that's not
I'm
even
not
true.
doing it. I'm like, same.
The fuck?
I wasn't about to go back there again.
Fine, I'll go back with Zach because he said he wants to go.
Okay, yeah. We'll see.
That's fucking terrible. He can outrun me.
He can outrun you, and
Anyone can outrun me.
He would push me down. I fucking guarantee he would be like, no! Like, throw me into the mud. Fuck you.
I want to go back to Morrow Road, though.
Yeah, I would like to. I think that'd be fun.
We should do it, and then we should do like a whole like little mini-sode recap of
what happened this time.
Morrow Road Revisited.
Right.
Yeah, we can do that. That'd be fine.
I'm down.
Because full disclosure, it was like 8 years ago that we went. So, yeah. But I mean, I still remember everything super clearly too. So
I do. I remember.
I'm slowly coming to terms with my age today.
Yeah.
Oh. Damn it.
So, no, yeah, I can't deny that there's some weird shit going on out on Morrow Road. Is it what the legend says it is? I don't know. I didn't see a full body. I don't think...
A face.
We saw a face.
A woman?
It was a woman.
Okay.
A whoa man.
So...
Checks out. We didn't hear a baby.
We did not hear a baby crying, which I'd be really interested to see if we could make that happen.
Well, it's winter now. We went in the summer.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh
that's a good point.
Gosh.
Yeah. We might have to do this pretty soon. Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah. So, does it line up with the legend? I'd say based on our experience, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Is there a time frame for that or no? Just
12 to 3 a.m.
Well, no, I know in general, but I meant like specifically to hear baby crying or
not that I know of. Okay. So Francis Sampier, who wrote the article for the Michigan's Other Side on Morrow Road, is a film director, producer, writer. right from Algonac, and he has been developing a movie.
Didn't he have a haunted trail?
Yes.
Which is where your shirts came from.
Yep. So he hosted a haunted trail for years, and I'm actually looking the movie up right now. He hosted the haunted trail for years in October.
I just understood your Tommy Wiseau reference.
Okay, there you go.
The hamster started running again.
And the whole point of the trail was to raise money to
make this movie.
Make the movie. So he's been developing the movie for a long time. I got hooked up with him through Rob. So Rob used to work at the local funeral home. He was also a graphic designer. And he was doing poster art and different things like that for Morrow Road to do like promotions and different things like that.
Oh.
So, yes.
Are the shirts we have his design?
No.
Oh.
I don't believe so. So, he was developing that with Francis, and I don't really know how he knew Francis, but either way, I got introduced to Rob. Rob introduced me to Francis, and I ended up talking to him because we had our like senior project that we did, our big one, whatever, for the year.
Yeah.
And mine was basically...
Was it your how-to project?
The scenario, yeah. Is that what it was called?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Scenario. Yeah, and it was our like year-long how-to project, and I did mine on how to make a movie.
I didn't have to
Naturally.
do that.
I know you didn't. So, I ended up interviewing him for that, and then one thing led to another, and we were talking about different things, and I'm going to film school, and this, that, and the other. So, Francis has been developing the movie for a while. He had a lot of unfortunate things happen, and actually, if I'm remembering right, he's had like a ton of really like bad things happen in the pre-production of this movie.
That's not ominous.
You're right, exactly, and that's what's weird about it. So he just completely like put a hold on it for a while.
It's like The Omen.
Yeah.
They had like shit fall on set and stuff
Yeah.
like that, and people died making that movie.
Yeah. So
including a lot of the actors after it came out. Like
Yeah.
the little girl died.
right, yeah. It's weird shit. Right.
Okay.
So either way, he put it on hold for a
Did
few
I say
years.
The Omen?
Yeah.
No, not The Omen. It's They're Here. Poltergeist.
Yep. You know what was weird is I knew what you were talking about, and I
Yeah.
didn't even like put two and two together. So either way, he put it on hold for a few years, and just this past summer, he announced that he's going back into pre-production. I think he lost a bunch of his actors, so he had to recast and different things like that, because then he reopened the Haunted Trail. So the trail was to raise money for the film, and then he had to put it on hold. So, Morrow Road, what have we
Learned?
What have we taken out of this? It's haunted, definitely.
Yep.
There's definitely some weird shit going on. And we are going to go back.
Yeah.
Go back.
No, I wanna maybe get a hold of Jan again at the library and look up a plat map for Algonac and look at that property, since obviously there's not a house on it now.
Yeah.
And see if any women like owned it or like widowers kind of thing.
And exactly where it is.
Yeah.
Well, if we know
That'd be
exactly where
interesting.
it is, that'll make it a lot easier.
So she's got access to like a bunch of other shit, not just...
Up here.
I don't know if it's just Lapeer or not, but I'm sure she could, because she already told me if I could go to the Register of Deeds and look through things.
Well, yeah, all that's
But I
public
don't know if that's just the
information.
county or the state.
I don't know either. I don't know how that would work. So no, Register of Deeds is by county. So actually, if you were going to go to Register of Deeds, you'd have to go to the St. Clair County Register. Because Algonac's in St. Clair County.
Obvious.
So, yeah. That'd be interesting.
Yeah.
So let's go back.
Yes.
When do we want to do this?
I don't know.
I'm excited.
A weekend.
Wow.
Well, I'll just pile in your van.
Yeah, like old
the
times.
kids. It
No.
was a joke. No, she says. Fuck yourself. No.
I
All
can
right.
fit a lot of people in my van, so.
All right, cool. I think we're done. I think that's all settled. Morrow Road's haunted, and we're going to go back. And Melissa, thank you for joining us
Oh,
again.
you're welcome.
Ashley, thank you for joining us.
I fucking live here.
Now let's...
Thanks for listening to the podcast. Don't forget to subscribe and rate us on Apple Podcast and follow us on Spotify. If you like listening to our podcast, please consider becoming a patron on Patreon.